Lo que vamos a hacer es lo siguiente. A la gente que quiera practicar el inglés, vaya en este momento al Discord y únase. Mi inglés está bajito. La idea es justamente probar, practicar. Son 2 preguntitas nada más. Y no importa si te trabas, no importa si lo dices masticado, no importa. Lo que vamos a hacer a continuación es una simulación de charla en inglés, por así decirlo. En este caso tenemos a Anderson. Nos va a contar un poquito más de él, así rápidamente, qué es lo que hace, si tiene experiencia, su nivel que tiene, y si ya ha hablado en inglés antes con una empresa, si ha pasado un proceso de entrevista o algo, ¿sí? Entonces vamos a iniciar. Vamos a dar de repente 3 preguntas dependiendo de cómo vamos, y yo te voy a dar feedback también, Anderson, para que puedas saber más o menos cómo vas, si es que lo puedes hacer mejor, si es que está ok, se puede mejorar o cómo lo vamos haciendo. Ya, entonces lo que vamos a hacer es voy a cambiar el switch, o sea, voy a hablar en inglés. Igual de repente mi inglés no es perfecto, para que vean que en realidad no necesitan un inglés 100% perfecto. Así que vamos a cambiar. Igual, Anderson, si no entendieras algo, me dices nada más que lo repita y no hay problema por ese lado. Okay, hi Anderson. My name is Angelo. I am from Comunidad. This is going to be a small interview about your knowledge, about your experience. So, could you tell me something about you? A brief introduction, your hobbies, a bit of your experience working with technology.
Yes. Well, my name is Anderson. I live in Peru. I live in the southern Peru. The place that I live is called Mala. I don't know, maybe you have heard about Asia. It's many people know that beach. So, well, I'm currently working as a full stack developer. I work with Spring Boot and Angular. I have like 2 years of experience working as a full stack developer, but before that job I had another one which was just only backend. And well, I like in my free time, I like going to the beach. I like bodyboarding, so I enjoy being there. I am 30 years old right now. So, yeah, I'm 30. I am almost 30, but well, I also studied English in the past when I was younger, and now I haven't had any interview for a position, for a position of a developer with English. So now I watch your live on TikTok, so I decided to join in so I could practice a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. Thank you. Okay, Anderson, I'm going to make 3 questions. The first one is going to be about HTML. The second one will be about CSS, and the last one will be about JavaScript. If you don't know the answer of any of these questions, it's okay. If you know, you say your response. And if you need some guidance or some help, please let me know. So I will start with the HTML question, which is, could you tell me what is the role of the alt attribute for an image tag in HTML? What is this attribute being used for?
the alt. I think it's, for example, if you don't have an image, I don't know, if you have, for example, a broken image and you place the cursor, the pointer of the mouse you hover it, it shows if you put a text in the alt, it will appear there. And also, and even if it's not broken, then you can see what is the image about, the text that you put in the alt. And I'm not really sure, but I also think that it's for, if you look for, I don't know, on Google, for example, if you Google something with that, something related what you put there in the alt maybe is for that, but I'm not really sure.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. So the alt attribute is basically what you mentioned. If the image is broken, you are going to see the text that you added into this attribute. Also, it works for people, maybe people with some limitations. For example, blind people. The screen readers are going to take this attribute and read that for them. So that's okay. That's nice. So I will move into the next question, which is going to be a CSS question. And the question is, could you tell me the difference between position relative and position absolute in CSS?
Yeah, I think I might know that. But the way that I can explain it is, for example, if you have two divs, one is the parent, and the other one is the child, for example, that is inside the div not of the parent. What I can say is that if you put position absolute to a box that has 30 pixels height and width, and you add position absolute, it just go to the top of the parent. So if the parent is a position absolute or a position relative, it will go to the top left of the parent, and you can move it. If you put, for example, right 0 or top 0, or you can add it pixels or positive or negative pixels, you can move it in that container. I think position relative, you can do that too. I'm not really sure, but I'm not really sure how to explain it. I haven't had the opportunity to explain that, but I know how they work. I think maybe I don't know that much. That's why I don't know how to explain it. I've used it. I've used both. So also we can use this the set index. You can put it, if you can put it on top or behind, depending on the number or the value that you put on that.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know that much.
Yeah, it's okay. The main difference is that position relative, it's going to take the parent element as a reference, and position absolute is going to take the first parent with position absolute property as a reference. I mean, if you don't define any parent with this property, the body element is going to be your reference. So that's why position absolute breaks HTML structure, because it goes outside of the normal flow. And then you can move it with any value of the position property. You can use the top, left, right, and bottom properties and move the element wherever you want. But that's it's okay. You were close to it.
Sorry, I interrupt you. If I put a relative as a parent, and you have then the parent of that relative is of course the body. So if I put for example a position absolute inside of the relative, it will take the position relative as a parent or the body.
No, the position absolute element is going to take the first parent with relative value at the position property as reference, always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, nice. So the last question is going to be about JavaScript, and the question is going to be, could you tell me the difference between var, let, and const in JavaScript?
Var, let, and const. You use var. You don't want a variable to have a scope. You can use it in the file anywhere. If you, for example, instantiate a variable inside an if block, for example, I think you can access anywhere anywhere in the file. However, on the other hand, if you use let and const, you can't do that with let and const. And the difference between const and let is that you can reassign. Const cannot be reassigned, but let you can do that. So I think I can say that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the main difference. Yeah. Okay, that's all I got for my side. You did it well. Thank you, Anderson. We can switch to Spanish for a bit, if you want to say something else, or maybe say something about English for developers, for people who is watching in YouTube and Twitch. Any advice that you can give to them?
Bueno, no, gracias a ti para hacer este tipo de prácticas, ¿no? Creo que es muy importante para las personas que quieren conseguir trabajos, ¿no? Creo que la mayoría, bueno, en mi caso me esfuerzo mucho para poder conseguir ese trabajo, en la que uno practica su inglés. En realidad a mí me gusta mucho el inglés, pero no he tenido la oportunidad de hacer como que una entrevista, ¿no? Más o menos cómo podría ser, ¿no?
Claro.
Entonces ahí que la gente le dé duro al programar, pero que nunca se olviden del inglés, porque creo que un programador con inglés vale bastante, así que ánimos ahí.
Vamos a hacer esta temática muchas más veces, sí. Suscríbanse, vayan al Discord o sean parte del Discord. Recuerden que tienen activa las suscripciones tanto en TikTok como en YouTube. En Twitch todavía no estamos. La idea es llegar a ser partner de Twitch para poder también hacer cositas por ese lado. Les agradezco bastante una vez más, chicos. Nos vemos en una próxima oportunidad. Muchas gracias por pasar.